Okay, here we are for page 2 of our Unit 5 study guide, getting ready for our test. So in our first set of problems here, we're going to substitute in for the variable as we're instructed to do so. So we've got 81 over y, and we're told that y should be 3. So this means 81 divided by 3 plus 4. 81 divided by 3 is 27. And then when we take 27 and add 4, we're going to get 31. So 81 divided by y plus 4 for a y of 3 is 31. All right, next problem is h minus 15 divided by h, and h is going to be 5. So we've got 5 minus 15 divided by 5. Now I want to be careful here and use our order of operations. So we're going to do our division first. 15 divided by 5 is going to give us 3. So we've got 5 minus 3, and we know that 5 minus 3 is 2. So our answer there is 2. This is 6 minus d, and then square it. So for d equal to 2. So we're going to say 6 minus 2, and then we're going to square that. 6 minus 2 gives us 4, and then we're going to square 4, and that means 4 times 4, and so that would give us 16. Alrighty, next problem, we've got 4/5 times h plus 5/6, and h is 3/4. So we've got 4/5 times 3/4, and then we'll add in 5/6. So of course, order of operations says to do multiplication first. So we'll multiply 4/5 and 3/4 together first, and we're going to get 3/5 there. And then we'll add 3/5 to 5/6, and when we do that, we'll get 1 and 13/30. And so our final answer here should be 1 and 13/30. Next one, we're going to use our formula for surface area to figure out the surface area of this problem. So we're just going to take our numbers and substitute them in for our variables, and then do our multiplication and finally add all those together. So our first one is 2 times the length times the width. So we're going to do 2 times the length of 7 times the width of 3. Just a reminder that surface area is like if we were wrapping this as a present, covers all of the surface of the three-dimensional figure. Then we're going to add in 2 times the length, which is 7 again, times the height this time, which is 4. And then finally we'll add in 2 times the width, which is 3 this time, and then the height, which is 4. So 2 times 7 times 3 gives us 42, and 2 times 7 times 4 is 56. And 2 times 3 times 4 is 24. When I add these three numbers together, I get 122. And then we want to remember to label this. It's meters, and that's squared. Surface area is a square measurement. All right, now we're on to x cubed for x equals 0 and 5/10. So x cubed means we're going to take the base and multiply it the number of times that our exponent tells us. So this is 0 and 5/10 to the third power, which means 0 and 5/10 times 0 and 5/10 times 0 and 5/10. When I multiply that out, I get 0 and 125 thousandths. Next problem is 1/2 times c minus 2. c is 8. So 1/2 times 8 minus 2. 1/2 times 8 is 4, and 4 minus 2 is 2. The next one is 7 plus t squared. So we take the 7 and add 1 first, and then square it. So 7 plus 1 squared. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 squared equals 8 times 8, which is 64. All right, write each phrase as an algebraic or numeric expression. So the product of r and 7 is 7 times r. Remember, we always want the number first and our variable second when it's a multiplication problem. The quotient of 9 and 2, that's 9 divided by 2, or 9 divided by 2. 10 more than f, starting with f, adding 10. Xavier had, this says for each problem define the variable and write an expression for the situation, so no equal sign. Xavier had 115 baseball cards. He gives B baseball cards to his neighbor. All right, so B is baseball cards given to neighbor. Write an expression for how many baseball cards Xavier has now. So his total cards, 115, minus the ones he gave to his neighbor, will tell us how much he has now. So we've got Lulu bakes 24 more cookies than Linda. If Linda bakes C cookies, write an expression for how many cookies Lulu baked. So Linda bakes C cookies. So C is the number of cookies Linda baked. And if we take C and add 24, because Lulu bakes 24 more than Linda, so more than would be an addition problem. C plus 24 is going to tell us how many more, or how many cookies Lulu baked. All right, that's page 2 of your answer key. Tune in to the next video for page 3.